BJ, look.
Yes,
A waterfall.
Oh my. Give me a barrel. I'll go on.
Morning. So we're tiling again. Heading down to the field. Dad just brought the big excavator over, so this should speed the process up a little bit. If nothing else, two of us can tear a hole in the main. So if you're new to the channel, we are doing a tiling project. We've got, we're trying to tile out like 110 acres. Realistically, we're probably going to get about maybe 50 of it this spring, and then the rest of it will probably have to be after harvest or sometime in the future. We've got some guys from Soil Max down, showed us how to run this tile plow we just got. We're running it on two Challengers, 1038 Challenger. And yeah, we're completely new at this, so if we're trying to explain things and they don't make sense, bear with us. What'd you think of your first experience running the plow?
Oh, it was excellent. I was very pleased. It pulled easy. I think this dirt's like, I don't know, it's like pulling a hot knife through butter. So, Dad's getting ready to go fishing. It's right there. It's right there. Is that it?
Look at all that water running out.
Latter County waters, they're really...
Basically our plan of attack here, Dad's going to dig us a couple starting holes. We're going to run this 4-inch pipe out, and then we have an 8-inch main. We got to run about 1,200 feet. So once we run this pipe out, we're going to do that main, and that's going to give Dad time to clean this ditch out. So this main is flowing into a ditch that needs cleaned out. It's backing up the water. It's kind of causing us problems. So if we can get that ditch cleaned out, we won't have any issues there. And he'll probably have time to do that and dig us more holes before we get that 8-inch main in. So where that ditch is getting cleaned out and our water's starting to flow, you can see it just sucking right down back into the pipe. So this is the hole that I cut the main yesterday. So water's coming in over here, coming out right there. All right, so here we're getting ready to run a lateral. You can see where we've teed in. You can see the clear water running through that pipe. It's basically filtered water, and it's just going to get better with time. And here you can see the dirty water running into it. Now this water won't be dirty running into it once we get this this pipe installed. But pretty cool to see the differences there. Basically, once this water is running through this pipe, it's basically pretty much filtered like a well, wasn't it?
Yep. So as this hole was filling up, because our ditch wasn't deep enough,
right,
it was clear water filling the hole. It got muddy. Once
yeah, from us stepping around in it. Yeah. So it's kind of a misconception that we're basically, you know, flushing ditches with our fertilizer and stuff. That's not true at all. I mean, that water's pretty clean coming out of there. So over here in this hole, you can really see water's draining pretty good right now. We're getting a lot of flow through this pipe, but right now we're basically just waiting on this to drain down a little bit. We'll splice this together and then we'll start running our laterals. So when I say laterals, I'm talking about so this line that we're working on right now is the main line. This is what is draining into the ditch. Our laterals are what is connecting to it. So there's going to be a lateral every 40 feet down across this field. They're dumping into this main. So that's what we're doing. Dad is out there just enjoying life. This is one of his favorite jobs, playing in the excavator. We've actually been meaning to come down here to this ditch for a while to clean it out. I don't really like to let them get these saplings start growing in them and stuff. And this ditch is kind of getting pretty full, obviously. But there's always a lot of excavating jobs in the winter and never enough time. So right now, my dad is digging holes. BJ and Ryan are about to start running laterals, and I'm helping Brian Horseman clean out holes and get ready for laterals to go into. So everybody's doing something, and we're starting to make some good progress. So BJ's running the tile plow. Looks like they're getting the first lateral in for the day. That's about a 500-foot run, so each one of these holes is 500 feet of pipe. Definitely want to at least get the holes that we dig today, because there's a 50% chance of rain tomorrow. So Dad's basically getting the holes close, and then we're coming in with the shovel and just digging it out manually, and then putting our connector in there just so we don't cut our main. That you still got to put the connector in regardless.
Just say that smooth buckets was really going to be the easiest. You never worry about you'll feel it tug a little there.
Yeah, you're not stabbing through that main.
Stabbing and pulling it out of the ground where you got to go and fix it. But
here, see how these guys are doing. Dad's taking the low boy back. He's also going to go over and check out how the block building's coming, or the fertilizer building. So they should be about done with the blocks. If you didn't know, we're putting a fertilizer building up, a hoop barn, and we're putting it on top of 4 foot of blocks. So putting the blocks in today. Hopefully the building will go up next week. Pulling up some of the old timers pipe. So apparently there's a clay pipe run right through here as well, but really wasn't doing its job anymore, so it's definitely time to replace. But I'm glad we have the plow and we're not doing that. So I think BJ and I are going to switch here real soon. We all need to learn how to do all the jobs, so while Ryan's still here, teach me how. I want to make sure I remember how to run that plow.
Let BJ get a little bit ahead of you.
Oh, he's getting this crash course too, though.
And he was only running like 1 mile an hour, so you may have to speed the feeder up if you get going a bunch more than that.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Putting the laterals in is definitely the easy part. So over here we can see some of our stats. So that's how many feet we've ran. Total rise, is that what we've gained in elevation?
Yep, so far.
Okay. And then we've got our depth, our elevation, and our average grade. Kind of neat to see. Basically, this whole run's on 32 inches, isn't it?
Yep, the way the ground lays, it's all going to be at 32. If we had a hump or a dip, it would adjust accordingly based off our minimum and maximums. But
this was just kind of falling anyways.
Yep, so the way this all lays, it really is going to be at 32 or 33 most of the time.
All right, so we just finished this lateral. Now we're going to survey on the way back. So we go up here, we go from install mode to survey mode. And again, that's just making sure that we have an accurate depiction of the, I guess, the amount of drop in the ground and whatnot, so that the tile plow knows how to adjust going through there. But anyways, on the way back though, one thing that's kind of a little clunky about this, we have to go back into the ag leader, or no, not this, we want to load our pattern. So we're doing these on 40 foot. It'd be pretty handy if when you go to survey mode, if you could have your guidance pattern already pulled up. So kind of the way our setup is working here, someone's going ahead and stringing our pipe out, and while we're making our run, he is bringing the tile cart back down there. They're gonna have it already laid out. I can back up to the hole, throw it in there, and get going. One thing we kind of screwed up and made the pipe just a little bit too long, kind of pushing us into that ditch, so they're going to recut it. But yeah, once we're getting the hang of it, it's kind of moving pretty good. We've just got one more lateral to run, and then we are going to do some dirt work and hopefully try to pull that main in. I don't know if we'll get that main in tonight. It is just about 4 o'clock. By the time we get the boot, do our dirt work, maybe we'll just be set up to do it first thing in the morning. I don't know. We definitely want to get our dirt work because there is a 50% chance of rain tonight. So now we got to change out our boot. We got to put this 8 on. This 8-inch boot looks super lightweight. This will be fun. All right, guys, I'll see you in a little bit. I got to take this call. Hold on. So these 8-inch rolls, I believe they're about 600 feet. So obviously when you get to 8-inch, you know, you're not gonna get as much feet of tile on a roll. So we're gonna have about a 450 to 500 foot run, so won't quite use all of it. So this 8 that we're getting ready to run, we're going to run it up along this ditch line right here. And we're gonna dead in there and then run it up along this other ditch. And the theory is that eventually that will drain those ditches and we will be able to fill them in and, you know, go right across them. So these ditches don't move a lot of water. In fact, if we would clean them out, they'd be pretty much empty. So we had a mild change of plans. The 8-inch main that we're going to put in, we're going to tee into the 6. We're basically going to cut out the 6 right here. The 6 is going to tee into the 8 and then go into the outlet stream. So now we're digging up the old pipe. you can see where the topsoil kind of falling back down onto that main. Definitely see a soil difference. There is the pipe. That's a big pipe.
Big fitting.
Dad's in his happy place. Digging holes. So we got to not only dig up this 6-inch. This was an accident. We just, things happen anyways. So we got to dig up this 6-inch. We got to try to maintain our trench because that trench is on grade. So they're down there now trying to widen out that trench for an 8-inch pipe. This will probably be a hard pipe going in here with a what they call it, animal guard. So the reason we were doing this, it wasn't just poor planning or anything. Originally this 4-inch line, the one that I called yesterday the sacrificial line, basically this 4-inch line is just to keep these tree roots on this tree line off of our 8-inch line that we're about to put in. Well, we tied that 4-inch into this 6. Originally the 8-inch was going to be where this 4-inch line is and dump right into the stream. So when we did that, that's why we had to take this out and put an 8. Oh well, not the end of the world. Alright, so we finally got that taken care of, getting ready to pull this 8-inch. And then that's probably going to be it for the night because it is starting to get late, starting to get cold. And by the time we dig anything else out, we'd have to start digging. And like I said, I don't really want to leave any of these holes empty and uncovered with a chance of rain. One thing that's nice about this Soil Max cart, we have this remote. So right now I have the brakes locked up on this cart. This cart is meant to spin while this unrolls. Well, if you have a rolled tile on there and you drive across the field, you don't want it to roll, so you can set the brake by raising it a little bit. You can set or release the brake by putting it all the way down. And now I can unroll my tile and put it in the boot. Getting the Yankum hooked up. Promo code in the video and in the description. If you need a Yankum, use our code, you get 5% off. Promo code's capital B, capital F, capital V. So with the way this situation worked out, we weren't able to use the power feeder. That's why Ryan is walking along beside us, pushing the pipe into the boot. I don't know if that boot's even rated for 8 inches, but that's why we're not using the power feeder at the moment.
All right, we're getting ready to unhook tow cable. We're running into the ditch. So we're gonna unhook that tow cable. Finish the rest of the run. Single tractor.
For those of you just tuning in, the big hand has got a hold of it.
Look at that, the big plan, the meeting of the minds over there. Guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll be back here tomorrow. We're gonna work till it rains. I guess the chance of rain now is not till 5 or 6 o'clock, so maybe we can get a full day of laying pipe. One more day and we're not gonna finish, but we're gonna get a good bit of what our goal before planning was done, so that'll be excellent.